The restaurant glows with a warm, golden sheen, the kind that makes crystal glasses sparkle and every whispered conversation feel like part of a grand performance. It's a Friday night at the busiest of the week, yet the staff moves with practiced grace, weaving between tables like dancers tracing familiar steps. Elena, carrying herself with quiet confidence, approaches the most prominent table in the room, a corner booth reserved only for high-profile guests. Tonight, it belongs to Mr. Gregory Harland, a billionaire known for two things: his business empire and his towering ego. He sits with two business partners, both of whom look exhausted from keeping up with his endless monologue about market dominance. As Elena arrives with menus, she offers a professional smile. "Good evening, gentlemen. Welcome back. May I tell you about our chef's specials tonight?" Before she can continue, Harland barely glances at her. He is too busy reviewing something on his phone as stock charts glowing across his glasses. With a dismissive flick of his hand, he mutters, "No, number. Just bring the wine list." Elena nods politely. "Of course, sir. I'd be happy to recommend." Harland finally looks up, expression dripping with condescension. "Please don't try explaining anything complicated," he says loudly enough for three nearby tables to hear. "I doubt you'd understand it." For a moment, the air changes at an almost imperceptible tightening of the room. One of his business partners winces, a couple at the adjacent table exchange looks, one raising their eyebrows in disbelief. Elena feels the sting. It's not the first time she's dealt with rudeness, but the public disrespect hits differently. Still, she steadies her breath and maintains her composure, her expression neutral but her eyes sharp. Inside, though, the comment sits like a weight. She answers calmly, "I'll bring the list right away." As she turns, another waiter, Marcus, steps into her path, his voice low. "Ignore him. He's always like this." Melina gives a small, controlled smile. "I know, but it doesn't make it acceptable." Behind her, Harland resumes bragging loudly about his latest acquisition, completely oblivious to the discomfort he has caused or the quiet fire he has just lit in the seemingly unassuming waitress he underestimated. WW room has gone still, quiet enough that the soft clink of glassware from the bar feels unnaturally loud. Elena stands with perfect posture, hands folded politely, while Mr. Harland squints at her as though trying to determine whether she's joking. "A language I prefer?" he repeats, incredulo. Elena responds with a gentle, almost serene smile. "Yes, sir. Some guests feel more comfortable discussing wines in their native tongue. I'm happy to accommodate." Harland huffs. "I think English will do just fine." But Elena has already begun. She lifts the wine list from the table, opens it with a fluid motion, and says in flawless, elegant French, "La Première Vanité en Bordeaux Raffiné de copyright, oh notes de Cassis, de ch de superscript ani et d apostrophe de copyright Pisces, il se marie parfaitement avec les plats riches de Sawyer." Every syllable flows effortlessly, a rich, melodic, natural. Harland's partners sit straighter. One whispers, "Is she broken bar fluent?" Elena turns the page and continues in Italian, her tone warm and lyrical. "Il secondo vino e tilde di eresis son chianti classico, vibranti armonioso, con un aroma di frutti rossi e una legua nota di terra." She doesn't pause for praise or reaction, she simply moves on, as though this were her everyday routine. Next comes Spanish, smooth and confident. "Est vino sin ancora tilde inverted exclamation mark de profundo, contenidos suaves y un final prolongado que complementa perfectamente las carnes a la parrilla." A soft murmur drifts through the restaurant. Diners stop eating. A server freezes mid-pour. The Matilda registered tradee, standing by the host stand, tilts his head like he's listening to a broadcast. Then Elena shifts into German, crisp and precise. "Die serene Bautäteien als Schwagine Structure mit Noten van Apfel, Hannigan Diner Leichten Mineralet a tilde currency T." One of Harland's business partners mouths the words "Oh my God." Finally, she closes the list and finishes in calm, confident Mandarin, each tone crisp and perfectly placed. The inverted question mark TMAsh negation 3/4 C.E broken Barton degrees ash micro EFI diaresis 1/4 A ring pound dash EO ash pilgro broken bar I diaresis 1/4 easy A ring sundilis still A ring A diaresis set CEA tilde. When she stops, the room is suspended, caught between awe and disbelief. Elena lowers the wine list gently onto the table. Her expression remains polite, professional, and utterly unshaken. I hope one of those languages was simple enough, sir, she says softly. Harlan's jaw hangs slightly open. His arrogance, so loud moments ago, seems to dissolve into something like confusion, a broken bar, or embarrassment. Diners begin to exchange quiet, excited whispers. Something. The silence lasts only a moment before someone near the bar starts clapping, a hesitant but heartfelt. Then another person joins in. Then another. Within seconds, the entire dining room fills with applause, loud, genuine, and unanimous. Harland, once the center of attention because of his ego, is now the center of attention for a very different reason. The spotlight has shifted entirely to Elena, and he knows it. His cheeks redden beneath the warm lighting. He clears his throat, fumbling with his napkin. His business partners try not to stare at him. One hides a smirk behind his water glass. Elena simply bows her head graciously in acknowledgement of the applause, then says in English with the same gentle tone she has used since the beginning for context, "Sir, I completed a degree in linguistics before starting graduate school. This job helps pay for it." Her words aren't sharp, they aren't vengeful. They're just rather delivered with quiet dignity. Harlan swallows hard. For the first time in the evening, he has nothing to say. Nothing at all. He nods stiffly, unable to meet her gaze, and mutters, "Very broken bar, very well. Proceed." But Elena can tell his arrogance has deflated like a punctured balloon. The applause slowly fades, leaving behind a buzz of admiration that trails her as she steps away from. Back at the service station, Marcus looks at Elena like she's just performed sorcery. 5 languages? He says, shaking his head. 5. Elena laughs softly. 6. Technically, but I didn't think Russian was necessary tonight. Claire, the manager, approaches with wide eyes and a grin. Elena, a broken bar. That was incredible. The whole room just watched you school a billionaire without raising your voice. Before Elena can respond, a couple from a nearby table approaches. "We'd like to request you for all our future visits," the woman says warmly. "Yes, absolutely," adds the man, "and our compliments to your brilliant explanation." Elena thanks them sincerely. A few moments later, a distinguished-looking professor from across the dining room hands her a business card. "We're opening a new research project on multilingual cognition," he says. "If you ever want to work in academia or publish, please contact me." Elena's eyes widen slightly, an unexpected opportunity forming right in front of her. Finally, Harlan sets down his check. He leaves a large tip, generous enough to indicate guilt rather than kindness, but he still avoids eye contact. As Elena walks past his table, he mutters, "My apology as a broken bar for earlier." She pauses, nods politely, and replies, "Thank you, sir. Enjoy the rest of your evening." And with that, she moves in a graceful, composed, and entirely in control. The dining room hums again. But now the whispers are different. They're not about wealth or deals or power. They're about here, the multilingual waitress who responded to arrogance not with anger, but with brilliance. And for the first time that night, Elena allows herself a small, satisfied slight of moral ending.